It's the first semi-final of the women's singles between Yoon Sun-ai from the Republic of Korea and from China, Wang Zhuan. Players are now being introduced to the crowd. Firstly, Yoon Sun-ai from the Republic of Korea, playing in the pink shirt. And now the turn of Wang Zhuan. And there we have the lineup for the 4 matches this morning. 2 women's singles semi-finals, followed by the 2 men's singles semi-finals. Some very exciting matches to look forward to. And indeed, this first semi-final has the hallmarks of being a very interesting affair. Yoon Sun-ai, currently ranked at number 107. She has been as high as 86. Hasn't really been on the scene much in the last 4 years, but she's back with a vengeance. And her opponent, currently unranked, again a player who's not featured prominently on the world circuit over the last few years, only 22 years of age and currently ranked at number 77. So whilst the rankings aren't too high, certainly the standard is going to be incredibly high, and I'm sure these 2 players are going to shoot up the world rankings in the months to come. There we have Wang Zhuan. Made the quarterfinal of this event 2 years ago and was a quarterfinalist at the World Junior Championships in 2004. And there's her opponent, Yoon. The umpire just checking the racket, the thickness of the sponge, making sure that it fulfills all the necessary requirements. And indeed, Wang Zhuan, as she's fully entitled to do, having a look at her opponent's racket. And Yoon reciprocating and just having a look at Wang's racket. The umpire now just spinning the coin to see who will have choice of service, or indeed whether they choose to receive serve. The players now have a 2-minute practice before we start this semi-final. It's the best of 7 games. And the young lady on screen, a defensive player, we'll see her drop away from the table, use backspin, backhand and forehand. She's had 2 great wins here, beating 2 players very highly ranked. And it's quite interesting that Wang, her opponent there from China, has had several great wins, including 2 against defensive players, Park Mi-young from the Republic of Korea and teammate Fan Ying in the quarterfinal. There we see how the players have progressed. Wang beating Fan, as I just mentioned, a defensive player. And Yoon beating Li Xiaodan from China. So Yoon already with a victory against China under her belt. She now needs a second victory. See there, Wang Zhuan had her work cut out in the quarterfinal against Fan Ying, but she eventually won by 4 games to 3. So the 2 minutes practice is up, and it's Wang to serve at the start of the first game. Just asking for the music. As good as it is, we don't want it on during play. Slow topspin from Wang takes the first point. Excellent play by Wang again. It was the slow topspins. The backspin from Yoon was a little bit high. Wang very quickly in with the smash. There we see her hitting straight through the ball. And that's a good tactical response from Yoon. The slow topspin again from Wang, but Yoon in with her forehand topspin. And again, it's the forehand attack, the smash this time from Yoon, that levels the score at 2 points each. Again, interesting to see Wang taking on the smash. 1 or 2 top spins at the beginning of the rally, but as soon as the ball's up in the air, she's in with a smash, and there that forehand smash down the line wins the point. That was good reactions from Wang. Yoon faded the drive down the backhand, but Wang's across. Yoon pushing that forehand down the line into the backhand of Wang. Eventually Wang making the error on the push, but still Wang leads 5-3 in the first game. And again, Wang's not going for the fast top spins to make the winner. She's looking to smash the ball. Steady spin. And then the smash. 6-3. And Yoon taking on the counter top spin. Didn't quite time the ball right. The ball came off the bat into the net. And interesting that Wang is spinning the ball into the forehand of Yoon. Yoon there showing the hallmarks of a great defensive play. As soon as the opportunity's there, in with the smash. What a great rally. Wang consistent top spins into the forehand all the time of Yoon. Waiting for the ball to come up high. Taking on the smash. Wang leads by 7 points to 5. Again, the slow spins from Wang, waiting for the ball to be returned slightly high. As soon as it is, as we see here, the smash into the body of Yoon. And Wang now leads 8-5. Yoon did well there. Slow topspin into a forehand rather than, here we see, she just topspins it back a little bit. It kicks off the table. And the kick causing Wang to hit the ball with the leading edge of a racket and flies off the end of the table. heavy backspin from Yoon, viciously cutting underneath the ball, a fast accelerating wrist. The ball fizzing with backspin. Fast topspin into the forehand of Yoon. Paying dividends, 9-7, 2 serves to come now for Wang. Again, Wang keeping the ball all the time into Yoon's forehand. Mainly slow, spinny top spins. And that now gives her 3 game points, 10-7. Going for the smash down the line this time into the backhand of Yoon. Just caught the top of the net. 1 game point saved, 2 remain. And the forehand smash again means Wang takes the first game, 11 points to 8. Very interesting there tactically. Wang hasn't quite got the power with the forehand topspin to penetrate the defense of Yoon, so she's going for slow topspins mainly into the forehand of Yoon. And then when the opportunity arises, taking on the smash. Thought she might have sprayed the ball around a little bit more, but she didn't. She pinned Yoon into the forehand all the time. I think this time we'll see Yoon looking to take on a few more topspins. She played a couple of beauties at the beginning. She was 2-0 down, played 2 very strong topspins. But certainly this is going to be a close encounter. Wang Zhuan taking advice from Kong Ling Hui, former Olympic and world champion. One of the legends of the game, and there she is coming back to the table. She's happy. She won the first game 11-8. She knows there's a long way to go. And Yoon will serve at the start of this second game. Great smash. That's looking like her trademark shot, the forehand smash. The topspin there, and then straight through the ball into the body of Yoon. The heavy backspin from Yoon. A very soft wrist, gets a lot of acceleration, a lot of backspin. Coming underneath the ball, playing with the reverse rubber on the forehand side, very grippy. Wang reverse rubber on the forehand side, the red side, the black side, short pimpled surface. Good for control, hitting through spin, not particularly good for generating spin. And that's why we're seeing her mainly push on the backhand side. Occasionally throw the ball up. Again, the smash wins the point. That's the winning shot she has in the armory, the forehand smash. The topspin's not quite quick enough to win the point. She's working the ball around with the forehand topspin, waiting for the one that's returned slightly high, and then she's straight in with the smash. But there we see a world-class defender in action. A long, fast serve. And that was a great smash down the line into the backhand of Wang. 3-2, Yoon leads. Shrieks of delight from Wang Zhuan. Again, the smash into the body. The defensive shot there from Yoon was mid-table. Only slightly high, but the fact it was mid-table made the smash a little bit easier. But certainly Wang a fine exponent of the forehand smash. And that's the shot that's winning her all the points so far. Not easy for a defensive player when the ball's smashed at you. Much easier to contain the fast topspin, the smash coming through very flat. Good smash from Yoon. She needed that point to break the run. Wang having won the previous 5 points. It was 3-2 for Yoon, 7-3 for Wang. It's now 7-4. Good return. Long, fast push into the body of Wang, took her by surprise. Didn't quite get into position to play the shot. Yoon now has her 2 serves to come, but he's down 5-7. Excellent play from Yoon, very consistent backhand and forehand, keeping the ball very tight, very low over the net. Eventually, it's the error from Wang. And so 3 consecutive points for Yoon, 6-7. Second serve in this sequence. An excellent float from Yoon. Wang thought there was a little bit of backspin on the ball. Yoon having come through the ball rather than underneath it, sending it back with very little backspin. Wang lifting what she thought was backspin. So of course the ball goes off the end of the table. Again, the push from Yoon was mid-table, slightly high. But an excellent smash wide into the backhand of Yoon by Wang. There we see it going out wide. heavy backspins from Yoon. Came across to the forehand side. Played the backhand, the long pimple surface. Heavy spin. And the score's now level, 8 points each. Yoon with her 2 serves to come. And the smash caught the top of the net. A few errors beginning to creep in with the smash from Wang. A super smash, took that one off the bounce. Rather than let it come up high, she's fairly small in stature, Wang Zhuan, so took that smash early into the body of Yoon, and it's now 9 points each. Oh, the forehand topspin down the line from Yoon was outstanding. It caught the top of the net. Wang, of course, is very good on the counter-attack, but that top of the net, flicking the ball, altering the trajectory, wins the point for Yoon. Game point now for the Republic of Korea player. But the push a little bit too high from Yoon. Wang at her best with the smash when the ball's mid-table. Alternate serving now, and the first player to win 2 clear points. Yoon with the first serve. And that's an uncharacteristic error from Yoon. World-class defenders, which clearly Yoon is, make very few unforced errors, but that was one. Not the best time to do it. Game point for Wang. And the slow topspin from Wang forces the error from Yoon, and Wang takes the second game by 12 points to 10. And so Wang Yuan, the 22-year-old from China, now leads by 2-0. Best of 7 games, first player to make 4 through to the final here at the 2011 Pro Tour event in Poland. There we see that error. And Wang, clenched fist, punching the air. She's delighted. And there we see both players receiving advice from the respective coaches. And the gentleman on the left of screen, and there we see him, Kong Ling Hui. And the Korean coach there. I'm sure words of encouragement. She was ever so close there, Yoon, to taking the second game. An unforced error at 10 points each. Most uncharacteristic of Yoon's play that we've seen here in Poland. So the players now back at the table. The 1-minute break complete. And it's Wang Zhuan of China to serve at the start of the third game. typical rally that we've seen. Wang hasn't got the fast topspin to penetrate the defence of Yoon. She works the ball around, pushes on the backhand side, steady topspins on the forehand side, waits for the one to pop up high, and then she's in with the smash. And that's the shot I think Yoon should take on a little bit more. The forehand topspin, that was a great example. She played it straight down the line, as we see there, into the backhand of Wang. She has to put a little bit more pressure on Wang, so when Wang is playing the steady topspins, then Yoon has to look for the counter topspin a little bit more than she is doing. And that's Wang at her best with the smash. As opposed to coming up the back of the ball for the topspin, she's going straight through it. The bat starts a little bit further backwards, a little bit higher, and goes straight through the ball. And that's superb defensive skills from Yoon, absorbing the speed and spin from Wang, and then when the opportunity comes, the forehand smash, this time on the diagonal. Excellent play. 3-2 in favour of China. Wang with her second serve. Changed her mind. Yoon Sun-ai. And of course, the hesitation caused the error. Wonderful play. Some superb retrieving there from Yoon Sun-ai. But it was the tenacity of Wang Zhuan that wins the point. 3 or 4 smashes were required. Such are the defensive skills of Yoon Sun-ai. But it's the 22-year-old from China with a 3-point lead, 5-3 in the third game. Vicious backspin from Yoon, cutting underneath the ball. Wang looking to brush up the back of the ball. Didn't quite get the contact she wanted into the net, but still Wang with a 2-point lead. Good reactions from Wang, good counter topspin from Yoon, but Wang was equal to it. She anticipated the direction, blocked it back, and then makes the smash out wide to Yoon's backhand, as we see there on the replay. Wonderful play by both players. Wang did well to block back the first topspin from Yoon, but then that smash out wide to Wang's backhand was played with great control, great power. Again, the service and the attack behind the serve from Yoon Sun-ai. This time out wide to Wang's forehand. She's spraying that smash around the table. Very difficult for Wang to predict the direction. Wonderful retrieving from Yoon Sun-ai. Surprised that Wang looked for the topspin on that final shot. Thought she would have let the ball come a little bit higher, take the smash on, but it was very deep. 6 points each. Shrieks of delight from Wang Zhuan. But again, Yoon returning several smashes, but it's that one into the body that eventually wins the point for Wang Zhuan, who now leads 7-6. Second service in this sequence of 2. That's great play from Yoon Sun-ai. Good smash from Wang Zhuan. Return into the body, but she held her composure. She came running into the table to take on that forehand smash and placed it out wide to the forehand of Wang. Good tactical play from Yoon Sun-ai. 7 points each. What a great rally. Roll to reverse there. Wang was away from the table using the backhand defense. And in fairness, it was that net cord that gave Wang absolutely no chance. 8-7 now in favor of Yoon. Slow topspin. A little bit more spinny than normal, brushing up the back of the ball as we see there. And Yoon leaning backwards slightly. She made that forehand defensive shot. Just lost the control. 8 points each. Again, the slow, spinny topspin, viciously coming up the back of the ball. Fast accelerating racket, converting that speed of racket into spin rather than speed. 9-8 for Wang. And this time the slow spin creates the high return from Yoon. Wang pounces on the opportunity with the forehand smash. 3 consecutive points from the right-handed 22-year-old from China. She now has 2 game points. And again, the slow, spinny topspin from Wang. wins the point. And Wang now leads by 3-0, taking that third game 11-8. Yoon had her chances, she led 8-7. But there we have confirmation of the situation in this first women's singles semi-final. Wang Zhuan leading by 3-0. One more game required for a place in the final. It will be the first final ever for the Chinese player, Wang Zhuan, at a Pro Tour event anyway. One-minute break in between games. Advice from the coaches. Kong Ling Hui, he'll be fairly relaxed now. Still a fair bit of work to do, of course, but his players 3-0 up. Republic of Korea corner will be a little bit more concerned. They now have a tough task in front of them. Yoon has to win the remaining 4 games. And when she's up against a player who's as consistent and hard-working as Wang, then that certainly is a formidable task. Yoon to serve at the start of the 4th game. Heavy backspin from Yoon, coming underneath the ball, the wrist accelerating through the ball. Clearly Yoon knows she has to take on that topspin a little bit more to break up the consistent topspins from Wang. Shakes her head, disappointed. The tactics were good. Unfortunately, the execution of the shot wasn't. Great rally. 30, 40 shots in that rally, and nearly all of them on the forehand to forehand diagonal. Wang's just keeping the ball into the forehand of Yoon, pushing for safety, slow top spins, waiting for the ball to come back slightly high. It did in that rally, so she had to keep working and working. And clearly a very determined youngster, Wang Zhuan. The backspin there from Yoon just caught the edge of the table. And so the score is now level, 2 points each. See that, just the faintest of touches. The heavy backspin there from Yoon wins the point. That's great play from Wang. 4-5 steady top spins, the ball slightly high, not too high. Yoon originally anticipating the ball down the backhand, it didn't. The smash was wide to the forehand. Slightly fortunate for Wang, ball catching the top of the net, but because of the topspin on the ball, it trickled over. 4-3, Wang in the lead. That's good play from Yoon. The smash behind the serve keeps the pressure on Wang. She has to make a positive return of serve, because if you just play safe, as she did there, returns the ball, Yoon has to put under pressure by attacking that, and that's exactly what she did on that occasion. And again, it's the attacking skills of the defensive player, Yoon Sun-ai, that win the point. Good smash on the diagonal. Halfway through the fourth game, it's honours shared, 5 points each. Again, that's 3 points, 3 consecutive points that have been won by the attacking skills of Yoon. Clearly she's appreciated the importance of breaking up the rallies, attacking when she gets the opportunity. Again, the forehand smash from Yoon. It's won the last 4 points. And that really was the hallmarks of a world-class defensive player, absorbing the spin and speed from Wang and then turning defense into attack and winning the point. Superb play from Yoon. The ball just catching the top of the net. Just deviated the flight of the ball sufficiently to cause Wang to make the error. 5 consecutive points for Yoon. She was 5-3 down. She's now 8-5 in the lead. Great play. Wang, though, having to smash the ball 4 or 5 times to eventually make the winner. And despite the pirouette from Yoon Sun-ai, it's point to Wang. 6-8. Wang now with her 2 serves to come. Yoon taking on the topspin, and it just catches the top of the net, flicks it off the end of the table. Wang punches the air with delight. The tactics were good from Yoon, even though she lost the point. If I'd have been the coach in the corner, I'd have been happy with that. Obviously, I've preferred the point to have been won. And there again, this time the attack down the backhand. And 5 of the last 6 points that Yoon has won, it's with the attacking shots. Certainly a message there. 9-7 for Yoon. (10-7), 3 game points for the player from the Republic of Korea. Wang varying the direction a little bit, going into the backhand this time of Yoon. 1 game point save, but 2 remain. Oh, what a rally. What a rally. Yoon took on the smash. Wang was equal to it. What a block. And a wry smile on the face of Yoon. And timeout has been called by the Republic of Korea. Each player entitled to 1 timeout during the match. Timeouts are often used to break the momentum of one player, and of course Wang has won the last 2 points. And the Republic of Korea coach there on the left deciding a good time for a short break. Yoon, of course, still has a game point. Yoon, first one back to the table. And Wang slowly makes her way back. She faces a game point, but she leads by 3 games to 0. Wang with the serve, second serve in this sequence. And it's game point to Yoon. And the topspin from Wang hits the top of the net, off the end of the table. And it's a great performance by Yoon to take the 4th game, 11 points to 9. And this final is still alive. Confirmation of the situation. Sun Ai-yoon taking the 4th game, 11-9, but Wang leading by 3 games to 1. Topspin just catches the top of the net. We'll just see it. Here it comes. Top of the net, off the end of the table. And that's the 4th game to Yoon Sun-ai, the 28-year-old, fighting all the way. And clearly the ranking of 107 is somewhat misleading. She's clearly hit a rich vein of form and is playing certainly top 30 in the world standard without a shadow of a doubt. So both players back at the table. And I'm sure the coach from the Republic of Korea will have reinforced the fact that of the 11 points Yoon won in the 4th game, 8 or 9 of them were with attacking shots. She's now able to absorb the speed and spin from Wang. She just has to make sure she keeps the ball low, because as soon as she pops the ball up, Wang there on screen, he's very quick to pounce and get in with the smash. Pushing error from Yoon, don't see many of those. Once again, Yoon in with the forehand attack. Clearly, she's got the message. She has to attack, and she leads 3-1. Fantastic play. Of course, as Yoon attacks a little bit more, Wang will be better at predicting the direction of the smash. She's clearly very fast reactions, excellent anticipation. And there we saw a perfect example. That block down the line was amazing. A couple of errors creeping into Wang's game now on the smash. That was mid-table, it was high, but there was a lot of backspin. Previously, Wang had been putting that particular smash away. These two have been playing for around 50 minutes now. Clearly, fitness is going to play a key role in this. Oh, that was a interesting forehand shot, a forehand drive. Changed the direction at the last second, steered it wide into the backhand of Wang. Yoon doing something a little bit different, which he has to do. Attacking with a little bit of variation, which was good to see. Topspin down the line from Yoon, paying dividends. She leads 6-2. Excellent start for the player from the Republic of Korea. Wang now with her 2 serves to come. And now Wang making errors against the heavy backspin. Good smash from Wang into the forehand of Yoon. Can she claw her way back from 3-7? Yoon now with her 2 serves. Yoon just missed timing that forehand topspin only slightly. Just caught the leading edge of the bat. The end result looked disastrous as the ball flew off the table, but it was only a fraction of a second out in timing. Great angle on the backhand hit. Ball goes through very flat off Wang's backhand. It's a short pimpled surface. Wang doing incredibly well there to block a couple of those smashes. Of course, the problem is when Yoon attacks a little bit more, Wang gets a little bit better at anticipating the direction, so Yoon has to just pick the right ball to attack. She certainly has to attack. Oh, fantastic forehand topspin. That was like a rocket out wide to the forehand of Wang from Yoon. Wang guessing the ball was going to come down the line. It didn't. It went out wide to a forehand and she was nowhere near it. Big point going in favour of the player from the Republic of Korea. Yoon now with her 2 serves. That ball was just a little bit too low to smash from Yoon. See here, she lets the ball drop. Of course, once the ball's dropped below the height of the net, very difficult to make the smash, if not impossible. It has to be top spun if it's dropped. But Yoon still leads 8-7. This time it was the smash from Yoon. She has the ability to do the fast topspin and the smash. This time she takes on the smash. A little bit harder to block back a smash. And that was the case there. Wang Zhuan now, 7-9 down. Has the advantage of her 2 serves to come as we approach the business end of this 5th game. The push from Wang was a little bit too high, but again, great smash, this time down the line, as we see on the replay. 3 game points for Yoon. And this time Wang misreading the backspin. There was no backspin to lift. She lifted. And Yoon takes the 5th game, 11 points to 7. And we just now begin to wonder whether this semi-final is changing. Momentum now certainly in favour of Yoon Sun-ai. She's won the 4th game 11-9, 5th game 11-7. Perhaps a few more errors creeping into Wang's game. We see here she's lifting. And she lifts the backspin, or what she thought was backspin. And the ball going off the end of the table. Again, the players receiving advice from their respective coaches. And it's Yoon Sun-ai first out to the table. And the umpires indeed are calling Wang Zhuan back. And here she comes. It's Yoon to serve at the start of this 6th game. shrieks of delight from Wang. She knows she's got a tough battle on her hand. Yoon just overhitting that smash to the delight of Wang. Pushing error from Wang Zhuan. Oh, that's a great rally from Wang Zhuan. The smash behind the serve was quite incredible, and she's taking the high balls off the bounce, hitting straight through them into the body of Yoon. Yoon has the perfect temperament for a defensive player. Unflappable. Doesn't panic, takes the smash on when the opportunity arises. That was the perfect example. The return of serve from Wang was slightly high, and Yoon pounces on the opportunity with the forehand smash down the line. This time it's the heavy backspin from Yoon, viciously cutting underneath the ball, fast accelerating racket, the ball fizzing with backspin. Good spinny forehand topspin from Wang. Yoon not quite getting her racket sufficiently over the ball to deal with the heavy topspin. 4 points each. Wang just lifting the ball back with the short pimple surface on her backhand, and it was quite clear that Yoon was going to take on the attacking shot. You can see there Yoon just sizing up for the forehand smash. It just catches the edge of the table. Five points each. Sixth game. China lead Korea 3-2. An error on the forehand push. Uncharacteristic error, I must say, from Yoon. Smiles about it. Perfect temperament. That was absolutely incredible. See the action replay here. Great smash. How she gets that back. It hits the net. And that's incredible reactions from Wang. Somehow she recovers, and that's a big point. 9 times out of 10, that would have been 6 points each. But the reactions of Wang to the rescue, and she now leads by 2.75. Yoon with her 2 serves. And that's an error from Yoon. The tactics were perfect. The long, fast serve into the backhand. She steps round for the smash. The tactics were as they should have been. The execution of the shot, not quite. And that's a second error. And that can only be described as a wry smile. She knows that's 2 big points, 2 big chances. The ever so reliable attacking shots from Yoon just letting her down in this 6th game. She's 4 points adrift now. Vicious backspin, biting into the bat of Wang. Pings off the bat, off the end of the table. (9-6). Second serve for Wang. This time, heavy backspin. And Gong Ling Hui calls the timeout for China. 2 consecutive points for Yoon. Gong Ling Hui will know this is a big opportunity for Wang. She got a couple of bonus points when Yoon failed with the attacking shots. The game now has been in progress for well over an hour. It's certainly been a battle. Personally, I think the Korean players played this game absolutely superbly. She was a little bit unlucky that the attacking shots just let her down a little bit. Fortune has favoured Wang a little bit. But then again, they say you make your own good fortune. So both players now back at the table. And it's Yoon with her 2 serves to come, 7-9. And she shrieks with delight, punches the air, 3 match points. This has been a battle all the way. 3 match points to Wang Zhuan. And the topspin off the end of the table, and Wang Zhuan wins the 6th game, 11 points to 7. And she progresses through to the final of the women's singles here at the ITTF Pro Tour in Poland. But what a battle it was. 70 minutes of nail-biting table tennis, and the 22-year-old from China, Wang Zhuan, running out the eventual winner, and confirmation of the result of the semi-final on screen. And we'll look forward to seeing Wang Zhuan a little bit later today, playing in her first final of an ITTF Pro Tour event. Just enjoy some highlights from this first semi-final, and we'll pick up commentary at the start of the second women's singles semi-final between Wu Yang of China and Seo Ho Won of the Republic of Korea.